Hello, friends, and welcome back to VHS. I'm your host, Jesse, and today, yes, we're back for another exciting trailer reaction, this time getting back on the Marvel tip. I spend a lot of time on this channel getting excited about non-Marvel, non-superhero properties, but if I'm going to get hyped on one, it's going to be The Punisher, right here, Frank Castle. And you know, Jon Bernthal, in my opinion, is basically the Punisher we've been waiting for. I don't know how you feel about that, but we could take a little look and all the Punishers we've had before in reverse order. We previously just had Ray Stevenson not that long ago. Underrated. You're going to get me on an underrated tip. Ray Stevenson was a very good Punisher. Right before that, we had Thomas Jane as the Punisher, and that movie is rated. I think everyone knows exactly the quality of that film. And then going way back to 1989, Dolph Lundgren started it all off. You know, Dolph is having kind of an interesting year, don't you think? New Punisher, Dolph started it in live action in 1989, and New Masters of the Universe, which Dolph also started as He-Man in live action in 1987. Spend a little time in 2026 considering Dolph Lundgren, would you please? Let's check out the trailer. Oh, I'm already anxious. I can only see part of his face.
Hey, Frank.
Hey, Frank.
How you doing, brother?
Never that great.
Talk to me.
Head games. Whoa, he's in charge. Let's go, give the man the keys.
Think God's gonna forgive us for the things we've done? I'm not sure about me. But you ain't got a fucking chance.
Next month.
That's all you got? That's all you got? That's all you got?
All right, well, hey, two things can be true at the same time. One, that made me emotional. That's my umbrella topic. It's but true for two different reasons, I think. One being that was just a really, really effective trailer. I think it's a little bit cheating. I don't mean that they're cheating. I mean, it's a little unfair to other trailers that are trying to sell us on new concepts and new characters we don't already know. When you can show a trailer for a new Punisher special movie show, and you can show like one glimpse of him thinking about his family, and you're like, I'm already in, Frank. But the way it built, the dedication in the trailer to showing, like, you got to understand what kind of show it's going to be. And with the Punisher, the way that he is interesting is in the torment. If he just walked around doing all the shooting and there was no discussion about, you know what I mean? Like, we had to kill John Wick's dog, and then he could go off and it was fine. Like, you have to have that meat of Frank's motivation and how broken he is for us all to still want to support him after all the carnage, Frank. But beyond just a really good trailer, this is another mark on of praise on Jon Bernthal in particular. That dude has always been, since he's appeared on screen for us, I think Walking Dead's probably the beginning for most of us, right? I'm sure he was around, but that's as Shane in The Walking Dead where he really jumped out. I would tell you, that show lost a major flavor and tone that it needed once Shane left for whatever reason. If you haven't seen the show, I don't know. No spoilers. But that's why he's the perfect Punisher. The gravity. Maybe that's the word. You know, there's gravitas is sort of like the same word, right? That's what we say when a performer really pulls you in, right? Really command a lot of riz, as the kids say. But Jon Bernthal's got it. he makes me want to go back into the world. And I got to tell you, as a comic book character, I'm out on Frank Castle most of the time. When I was growing up, I liked the way he came in and interacted with people. There's some really funny moments in Civil War. There's a lot of great stuff where like the Wolverine writers got hold of Punisher for a run and they let Wolverine tear him to shit. And then the Punisher writers in turn got Wolverine and they got to let Punisher basically like tear Wolverine limb from So I understand there's a lot of fun applications of the Punisher, but over the course of the comics, he kind of became pretty one note and sort of a tool you would use rather than, for me, for Jesse at least, a great character I wanted to follow. The opposite is true on the big screen. We make so many films already about crime, about action, right? About shooty, pew pew. So to have Frank Castle be sort of a crossroads between a very grounded story that's been told by now a million times and mostly by Liam Neeson. You know what I mean? But also be the bigger world of our superheroes and our whatever, you know what I mean? It's a nice little crossroads. It gets us in. And by the way, y'all saw him in the new Spider-Man trailer, right? This isn't the end for Frank. Frank's going to be here and we're going to catch him in the new Spider-Man movie too. And I can't wait for that. If you can't wait for more Frank Castle and you're ready to dive in with Punisher: One Last Kill, make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel if you want to support what it is we do here, which is absolutely finding time to dig on a new Punisher in 2026 with everything else that is going on. And there is so much. And we'll be back to talk about it soon. And until then, we live here only on VHS. Jon Bernthal, Punisher #1.
Thanks for watching, everyone. Oh, and please like and subscribe. Check out more of our videos. Leave a comment. Or don't. You do you.